also with a 6-inch reach advantage over Savarese. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Michael Grant Lou Savarese fight once again is scheduled for 10 rounds using rules of the New York State Athletic Commission non-title. The standing 8 count is in effect. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The referee or the doctor can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 10th and final round. Jim.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, main events in association with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present the main event of the evening, 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission Chairman Mel Southard, Commissioners at ringside Rose Trentman and Mark Kernstein. Special Assistant Chairman Jim Posanello, Executive Director Tony Russo, Director of Boxing Bob Duffy, Chief Physician at ringside Dr. Billy Lathan. Attending physicians are Dr. Michael Fiorello, Dr. Richard Istrico, and Dr. Robin Scarlata. Deputy Commissioners Steve Acunto and Mike Pascali. Timekeeper at the bell, Jim Borzell. The 3 judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system will be Joe Dwyer, Melvina Lathan, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Jim Santa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City. Let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing silver trimmed with black and weighing in at 240 pounds. He brings an outstanding professional record to the ring consisting of 39 victories, including 32 knockouts with only 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, from Greenwood Lake, New York, here is Lou Savarese. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trimmed with red and black and weighing 256 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one, consisting of 29 bouts, 29 victories, 21 knockouts, and he has captured the IBC World Title belt. And he is rated by many experts as the best heavyweight in boxing today. Ladies and gentlemen, from Norristown, Pennsylvania, presenting the undefeated Michael Grant.
Okay, buddy. Come on, Michael. Michael, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Good evening, gentlemen. I went over all the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves and have a good, clean fight. Good luck.
Go left, Lou. Go left.
2 big guys, 2 big punchers, shootout at the KO Corral.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
First thing Savarese did when he walked to the center of the ring for referee's instructions was to look down and check out Grant's protective cup, trying to see exactly how high that thing was. The discussion about it took place during our fighter meeting yesterday. Savarese got curious, said exactly how high is that thing? It's not as high tonight as it has been on some other occasions, but Grant's handlers acknowledge it tends to ride up.
Cuts down on the strike zone.
Let's go, let go, let go, Mike.
Savarese, for this fight, dispensed with long-time trainer and cut man Tommy Gallagher and hired the veteran Jesse Reed to come in from Texas. Reed, one of the most effective in the sport at maximizing the minute between rounds.
One thing about these 2 heavyweights, both of them seem not to be very good, experienced heavyweights. They don't box with the enthusiasm and the experience that the 2 heavyweight champions box with right now.
Give him up, give him up.
They're still learning inside of the ring.
Break! No punches, step back.
As we mentioned, the Achilles heel for Grant, if there is one, he gets hit with a high percentage of his opponent's punches. Savarese Savarese said, hey, that's going to be my chance. I'm going to take it right to him. Savarese loving to tell the story of having run into a fan on the streets a couple days ago, and the fan said, well, you can't mix it up with this guy. You're going to have to stay away and box and move. And Lou laughed and said, you haven't seen me fight, have you?
Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. Fight.
Grant with a hard right hand, driving Savarese into the corner.
Let go, Michael. Let go. Come on, box now. Let's fight. Let go, Michael. Let go.
Both fighters trying to get to the body in the first round, and now Savarese connects with a quick little chopping right upstairs.
I think this fight will come down to a conditioning war.
Break. No punches. No punches. Step back. Let's go. Step back. Let's go.
Well, as you're watching in the NBA playoffs right now, in basketball, opponents tend to tire badly trying to play against big. Savarese has to play against big here, and he's not used to it.
Well, he played against Big George.
Keep him up. Keep him up. Keep him up.
And never wore down in that fight. He was still pumping in the 12th.
Yes, he was.
Uppercut a little short by Grant. Our graphic in the Savarese corner described Al Bolden as the cut man. That's not really fair. Bolden is the trainer who works with Savarese in the gym day in and day out and has throughout his career. Savarese just likes to have another guy talking to him during the fights. That's what Gallagher did. That's what Reed will do tonight. Referee Jim Santa took a look at Grant's protective cup as he came out of the corner for the second round and decided it was okay.
Grant's people say they've tried to make a custom-made cup that wouldn't ride so high, but that they can't find one. Savarese says they're insulting our intelligence when they tell us that.
Logic tells you that until some governing body or state commission absolutely forces Grant to change the cup, he's not going to change it.
I don't blame him. Why should you? He shouldn't. They don't make you change it.
No punches. Step back.
Savarese is fighting a more measured fight than he gave us reason to believe he would.
Well, sometimes guys don't throw as many punches when they don't like what's coming back.
Well, that's exactly right, and maybe something happened in the first round to change his mind, but he thought he would have to stay on top of Grant and upset his rhythm.
I think what happened is he expected Grant to use his reach, which Grant never does, which is why heavyweights make so much contact with him. I think he was expecting Grant to keep him on the outside, and he would have to struggle and give up punches to get inside to land punches.
But that's a great point. Grant gives away his height advantage by letting guys come inside.
And that's bad for him. That's why I said he doesn't fight with the experience level that the heavyweight champions are fighting with right now.
And you saw Savarese take advantage to land that sharp right hand over the top.
Right.
Stop. Keep him up, okay? Watch your handicap. Let's go. Let's go.
Savarese talking to referee Jim Santa about Grant's low blows. Grant's trainer Don Turner says, well, Michael doesn't tend to start fighting until he gets hit. He's been hit now.
And he's going to get hit a few more times because he's right there for Grant to hit him. He doesn't use his advantage, his true God-given advantage, which is his height and his reach.
Let go, Michael. Let go. Break. No punches. No punches.
You want this 6'7", 255-pound heavyweight to be a boxer?
No, I don't want him to be a boxer. I just want him to use his reach and fight from the outside. Only fight inside when he has to.
Who should he watch? Who's the blueprint?
Maurice Harris tonight. Well, I don't know who's
Lennox Lewis?
Lennox Lewis is, yeah. That would be a good person to watch.
Because Lewis is a big man who fights like a big man.
Early Rick Bowe was a good blueprint, blueprint to watch.
percentage than other Grant opponents have been able to do in recent years. Incidentally, Grant wearing Grant gloves, Savarese wearing Everlast. They both agreed to that difference. Harold, how do you have the first 2 rounds?
You know, Jim, I got a 20 to 18, 2-0. Michael Grant. I think he's killing him with the left jab, to tell you the truth. Lou Savarese has to pick up the pace and land some more clean shots. But boy, I tell you, when you got two plotters like this, if the referee doesn't break them up real quick, it's going to get dull as molasses. He's got to break them up fast.
Step back. Let go. Let go. Come on.
I gave the second round to Savarese.
Body shots for Grant.
Come on, Michael. Keep him up. Come on, let's go.
And Savarese with blood over the left eye, now telling referee Jim Santa that he got hit by Grant's head. Savarese is talking so much to referee Jim Santa, he's not always paying attention to Grant while Grant pounds him to the body.
And he has a bad cut over his left eye, too, from that head clash, if it was a head.
There's so much scar tissue around Lou's eyes, and he lands a right across the top. Body shots by Savarese, uppercut by Grant. Another Grant uppercut lands.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, keep up. Come on. Right. No punches. Let go. Okay. Come on, keep up. Keep up.
A hard right-hand body shot by Grant, and Savarese doesn't like the way it's going in there.
No, he doesn't.
No punches. No punches.
He's complaining a lot about headbutts. He's complaining about the low blows.
He's got his left hand trying to protect his right eye.
And Grant is beginning to score at will with his uppercuts.
Come on.
I don't understand why Grant is holding on here.
No punches. No punches.
Do you, Roy?
No, he doesn't really want to fight inside because the only punch that's working for him inside is the uppercut. See, right here, he doesn't feel comfortable because he knows his arms are too long to throw real power punches right there. That's why I want him to stay outside for a 6'5" guy.
Break. Come on. Go hitting and holding. Go hitting and holding.
Should Santa be working harder to keep them apart?
No, it's not his job to keep them apart. It's Grant's job. But I think Grant feels he can wear Savarese down.
You know what?
5 seconds.
He's taking the place that had previously been occupied by Al Bolden. And Reed told Savarese, loosen up, relax, throw punches. Why are you so restricted in there?
Well, he looks tight. I commented earlier, Jim, that he's not fighting the fight he wanted to fight, to upset Grant's rhythm, as he put it, by staying inside and being busy.
Hard right hand by Grant.
And that one buckled Savarese momentarily.
Yes, it did.
Low blow by Savarese.
Both you guys. Hey, come here. Come here. Hey, come here, Michael. Come on. Come here. Both you guys. Let's go. Keep the undercuts. You're both tall guys. Keep the punches up. Let's go. Both of you.
Savarese felt if the referee wouldn't take care of it, he'd take care of it. But he could be getting a little bit frustrated right now, too.
Crowd erupts for the little Savarese left hook.
No punches. No punches. Let's go. Step back. Come on. Let's go.
Grant working a little harder now to use his jab and keep Savarese away from him with it. Hard right-hand body shot by Grant. Savarese wobbles again.
Savarese has been doing too much commenting during the fight.
He's arguing with the referee more so than he's worried about fighting.
And he's giving Grant a chance to pile up points in the early rounds.
Let's go. Come on, both you guys.
Without putting the kind of pressure on Grant, and he was anxious to provide. I'm I'm sure the blood above the left eye has something to do with that too, because that cut is just above the eye in a bad position.
I think both guys are smothering their punches right now.
Let's go. Back up. Let's go.
Well, if that goes on for 12 rounds, Roy, it's clearly advantage Grant, because at least up to this point, he's throwing more and landing more.
Yes.
Let me correct myself. 10 rounds, not 12. Fight is scheduled for 10. Just as was the opener between Maurice Harris and Jeremy Williams.
5 seconds, 4. 3 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Time.
40% rate, customarily against Michael Grant. Savarese is only landing at a 20% rate.
Number one, he ain't punching enough.
As Jesse Reed told him again between rounds.
He just isn't throwing enough punches. He needs to throw more punches if he wants to try to win the fight.
This is beginning to look like two power forwards in basketball wrestling under the basket for position.
You're right. It almost seems as though neither guy has a big enough punch to hurt the other guy yet.
How badly do you think Savarese is being inhibited by that cut over the eye, Roy?
I don't think that has much to do with it, because he still could throw more punches, although he's cut. The cut is not draining him so much that it should affect his punch output.
Step back. I want you to step back. Don't hold the hit, Mike. Come on.
He's just not being busy enough, inside or outside.
Is that because of Grant's power and the price you pay for trying to get off against him?
No. That was a good right uppercut by Grant. We all know that Grant is not a one-punch power puncher anyway.
Keep up, come on. Right now, punches. No, come on, guys. Let go, Louis. Let go. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Michael. Watch the heads. Watch the heads. Let go. Let go. Let go. First punch. First punch.
Well, Roy, you said at the beginning of the fight that there is a mandate for Grant to provide excitement. This is not exciting.
No, it's not.
Well, in part, we have to give some credit or discredit to that to Savarese, who's fighting a very close fight. He's not opening up. He doesn't even appear to be trying to win the fight. Makes it more difficult for Grant. But Grant is not looking good trying to open him up either.
Jimmy Santa telling Grant that this is his last warning before a point will be deducted for low blows. Savarese landed a hard counter right hand in there. That's one of his best punches in a while.
Those two punches Grant just threw were at the distance that he should be fighting at.
That left and right combination. They trade shots at close range.
5 seconds.
Halfway. Well, you heard Don Turner telling Grant that he thought he was close to knocking Savarese out if he would keep going forward instead of backing up. Harold Letterman, how do you have it halfway through?
You know, Jim, I don't love the way he fights Michael Grant, but I think he's winning the fight. 50-45, 5 rounds to nothing, Michael Grant. You know, Jim, if anybody is landing clean punches in this fight, it's Michael Grant. He lands a couple of good left jabs, he lands a right hand, he'll throw an uppercut, and then he grabs, he holds, he grabs, he plugs it just like that. Couple of good shots and grab. Unfortunately, the punches he's landing, he's winning the fight because Savarese's not punching back.
I have it 4 rounds to 1.
Let's go, come on. Let go, let go. Right.
Well, as the fight goes on, we may hear some Lou.
Let go.
And we may hear some boo, and it's going to be hard to tell them apart.
Let go. Break, no punch.
I think it's up to Savarese to make something happen here.
Savarese still has a sense of humor anyway. He waved at us over Grant's shoulder there.
Let go.
A little friendly hello midway through round 6. This is for Savarese.
No punches. Don't hold him, Lloyd. Come on.
This is what we need to see. More punches thrown by both fighters.
No punch. Let go, Mike. Step back. Watch the hold, okay? 2 seconds. Get ready. Time.
Not content with the way the fight is going.
Both looking for more aggression, right?
Most definitely.
Let go, Michael. Let go. Let's go.
Grant still pitching a shutout on the Letterman
Let go,
scorecard.
Michael. Break! No punches. Let's go, fellas. Step back. Finish in the head. Keep him up. Let's go. Keep him up. Keep him up. Both guys, keep him up. No punches. Break! No hold. Let's go. Let's punch. Let's not hold.
So far, and as Larry pointed out, this has a lot to do with style. It is unfortunately not the kind of showing it's going to prompt people to want to buy the pay-per-view hookup tomorrow to see the winner fight Lennox Lewis. But the chance exists that that's what lies in store, particularly if it's Grant who walks away with the honors. Logic tells you that the money involved in the Holyfield-Lewis rematch is ultimately going to solve the negotiating problems.
But beyond that, I don't think that Lennox has seen anything tonight that will make him lose sleep.
Let's go. Let's watch that elbow.
We'll talk to him immediately after the fight.
Where's the corner?
Lennox, one of the calmest people we know, seldom changes his expression.
Stay there.
Timeout here for referee Jim Santa as Savarese goes to Jesse Reed to get a glove retake.
This is sort of the time in the fight when I remind everybody about Mike Tyson's indifferent fights when he was going up to the championship with fighters like Jose Revolta and Mitch Green and
James Quick Tillis
and Bone Crusher Smith. You know, these are all, that's what happens with big men sometimes.
Yep. It makes for every fight sometimes.
Tony Tucker.
And tonight we have 2 big men in here, both who like to fight inside.
Keep those punches up.
And the average fan tends to think big men means big combustion.
Big punches.
Often it means big clinches. Big hugs. Big weights for more action.
Yeah, well, I said earlier this would be a shootout at the KO Corral. It looks more like a slap out at the
at the UD Corral. Unanimous decision. 2 low blows by Savarese.
At the decision corral.
Red complains.
Come on, let's go.
Santa still hasn't taken a point from anybody, but he's warned both fighters repeatedly for the repeated low blows.
Nobody's really been hurt by those blows.
Don't hold him, Michael.
I mean, and it's hard to even know where the low blows start and stop. Look at both of their protective cups are riding up toward their chests.
No, I think, in fact, Santa has been doing a pretty good job with a thankless task here. Trying to make this fight look better than it is.
5 seconds, fellas. 3 seconds. 2. Time. No punches.
Openings, hard to say. certainly suspected if Ahmad Abdin could do it, that Lou Savarese would be able to.
Those two good punches.
Watch your elbows. That's it.
And again, thrown from the range where he should be fighting.
That's right.
Let go, Michael. Let go, Michael. Keep him up. Break. No punches. No punches. No punches.
Round 8 of a scheduled 10. So far, it's Michael Grant grinding out an apparent decision win, or headed toward an apparent decision win as he grinds away against Lou Savarese. Now Savarese, weary again, but still throwing back.
Watch out, come on. Let go.
Crowd here now wishing they could see Maurice Harris in the main event.
Right. Watch this, okay? Watch that. Let's go.
Good combination by Grant.
When he creates room between him and Savarese, he throws much better punches.
Punches up.
Hard right hand by Grant. And the left. Savarese holding his punches up, but now Savarese wobbling. How well can Michael Grant finish? Close to a minute left. And Savarese takes a knee, as he did against Lance Whitaker a few months ago.
Time. Now fix it right. Time. Fix it right. Let's
And
go.
again, the glove is untaped. And a chance for Savarese to recover a bit.
Yeah, there's a good chance for him to recover, but you see what happens when Grant gets the room to throw the punches come much better.
Third time in Savarese's career he's been knocked down.
They didn't call that a knockdown.
Didn't call it a knockdown?
No, he took a knee.
Right. Not a knee. No, they didn't rule that he took a knee. They ruled that somehow he was pushed down, and it was discounted as a knockdown.
Well, interesting ruling. I thought he had taken a knee to ward off further punishment.
Well, I think he took a knee claiming a foul.
Keep him up. Keep him up. Both guys. Keep him up. Come on.
Savarese reaching to try to land the haymaker right.
5 seconds. 3.
Over the top of Grant's head.
1.
Big round for Michael Grant.
Good job.
Is that he seems to be a basic 1-2 puncher. The third punch rarely comes.
Right, the third punch doesn't hardly come, you're right, but he throws pretty good underneath the shots too. He just doesn't really put them together like 1, 2, then the 3, 4, and the 5. He throws either the uppercuts or he throws the 1, 2. That'll come from experience, I think.
Harold, how do you have it through 8?
8-0, 80-72, Michael Grant. Jim, about the knockdown, listen, you can always tell when it's a knockdown because they have a mandatory 8 count. In other words, had referee Jim Santa called it a knockdown, he would have had to count to 8 before they resumed fighting. Since he didn't count to 8, you knew he ruled no knockdown. He ruled Michael Grant pushed him down, not knocked him down.
And what did you think of that ruling, Harold?
Well, it was a very questionable call. I mean, you know, they're wrestling so much, they're tying each other up so much. It might have been a push down to me. I thought that Lou Savarese took a knee. Maybe you could have called it a knockdown.
That's where I was, Harold. Jesse Reed argued with his fighter Lou Savarese between rounds that it's now or never, fighting for his boxing life, as he said. Easier said than done against a guy who's 6'7" and 256 pounds, and against whom opponents tend to get very tired.
And once again, the wrap on Savarese's glove has come loose. So he can look for a rest anywhere, anytime here soon.
Sharp left inside by Savarese. Grant took that very well. Backing Savarese up with body shots. One low.
Grant's doing some good body work on the inside here.
I think that's his biggest strength, Roy.
I think so, too.
He keeps working to the body.
He's doing very good body shots on the inside.
Both guys, watch the head. Watch the heads, keep the punches up. Let's go.
That's one thing that Lennox Lewis doesn't do.
Correct.
He doesn't. He ties people up on the inside, and he really doesn't do a lot of business in there. Savarese has really taken a beating in this fight.
He sure has.
You know, it may not be sensational. It may not be dramatic. We might have wanted to see a little bit more from Michael Grant, but he has delivered a terrible beating to Savarese in this fight.
Savarese is bleeding from the mouth. He's got 2 separate cuts above the left eye. He's been pounded to the body. He eats a big right cross there. And Grant may indeed have the stuff to provide a 10th round KO here. Savarese not coming back with much.
Let's go.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Jim Santa, I'm watching this very carefully.
It looked like Savarese was looking for a place to fall.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you all right, Louis? You all right? You're all right. Come to me, Louis. Come to me.
Does he look all right to you?
Look all right to anybody.
And this is how Michael Grant usually does it. He wears his opponents down, then he finishes him with an accumulation of punches.
He beats them up to the body until they have nothing left.
Why isn't the referee breaking them up right in here? Tell me. Why isn't he breaking them up?
Break, no punches. Sit back. You all right, Louis? Let's go, come on.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, sure, it looks great.
Watch the elbows, Michael.
His bank account may be all right. He's not all right.
All right by boxing standards. All right by 10th round of a heavyweight fight at Madison Square Garden standards. You know, it's a different thing.
No. Come on, both guys. Come on, last round. Let's go.
Savarese just trying to finish the fight. That's all this is about.
Yep.
Last minute is just about whether Grant can somehow score a knockout against a fighter he has thoroughly beaten. And I think what Grant has done over the second half of the fight, Roy, is not unimpressive.
Good body shot.
Santa should protect Savarese.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is it really worth finishing?
If there is not the picture of a defeated man, what is?
You only hope that Savarese doesn't take a life-changing shot in these last 10 seconds.
I don't think that'll happen.
Could easily have been stopped somewhere in the 10th. Instead, Lou Savarese lasts it out. Gets a warm hug from Grant for his trouble. But an easy win for the still undefeated Michael Grant. Scorecard should produce something close to a shutout. And here's the first punch that hurt Lou Savarese prior to the first official knockdown.
See the distance between them there?
Yep.
Anytime Michael Grant can get that distance right there, he can hurt you. That's when he's the most dangerous fighter, when he has the distance to throw the big punches.
Now here's the first time that Savarese went to the canvas. Through the ropes, a la Dempsey against Firpo. And then the second time, he likewise found the canvas while being pounded.
And all of that was just an accumulation, I think.
Yep. Exhaustion, the body shots.
Yep.
You know, having to fight with the cut eye, and the fact that Grant just sort of keeps coming and swarms you like a mountain on the move.
And he's so big.
And now let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the Budweiser scorecards. Joe Dwyer scores at 97 to 91. Steve Weisfeld has it 98 to 90, and Melvina Lathan scores it 98 to 90. For the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated, Michael Grant.
And Jim Santa holds Grant's arm up next to trainer Don Turner. Final punch stat numbers overwhelmingly in favor of Grant, even more one-sided than the punch stat numbers for the